Everybody, Grest here. So today we're going to be continuing our testing of the Anechoic AnechoX 30L 30 cal suppressor. Appreciate them sending this out to the channel for review. What we got here today is a 10.5 inch 300 Blackout. Now, 300 Blackout is one of those calibers, it's begs to be suppressed. So I'm going to be shooting a variety of subsonic and supersonic ammo through this thing today. So I got some MagTech 200 grain subsonic, and then I have some Hornady Black 110 grain, and this is their VMAX load, so this is definitely supersonic. And I have 8 or 9 rounds loaded up currently in a standard capacity magazine here, and so we're going to alternate between them. I believe the supersonic will be the first shot, and then after will be the subsonic, so you guys can get a good idea for how this thing sounds suppressed. Now, this is a flow-through type suppressor. It does have a flow-through type end cap on it. There is a solid one that I believe will make it slightly quieter, but I don't have that one on hand, unfortunately. So we're just going to run it as is, and yeah, so let's get to shooting. Alrighty, so a noticeably different sound between the supers and the subs, of course. I think the subs definitely sound pretty dang good in this thing. So let's go ahead and throw some more subs in here. I also have some of my hand loads as well. So, alright, so I have some 200 grain hand loads of mine that I put together a while back. So let's go and see how those sound through this thing. Not bad. Definitely a lot less gas back to the face than with a traditional style can. So let's go ahead and put some more rounds through it. So next up, we got some ammo from the folks over at AAC. This is their 220 grain 300 Blackout. This is their Saber Blade black tip. These are loaded with a Hornady projectile, and first time running this ammo, so I'm curious to see how it's going to run in this particular 300 Blackout. And yeah, so just a little bit about the setup right here. This is a Spikes Tactical Crusader lower. We have a Ballistic Advantage barrel out here, and this is one of Brownell's hand guards. So all these parts that you see here, for the most part, came from the folks over at Brownell's, including the new Gen 2 Romeo 5 here. Pretty awesome green dot. I think it's an improvement over the original. But anyways, enough yapping. Let's get back to shooting. Alright folks, so a little bit different setup here. So the previous rifle was a direct impingement, 10.5 inch. This is a 10.5 inch gas piston system. And this is actually one of my BRN 180 setups from the folks over at Brownells. It's got the kind of retro style Air 18 lower. It's got the adjustable gas piston system upper assembly here. This is a short-barreled rifle, registered. I do have a folding unit on there. It is still a brace, but the finish you see on here is kind of a desert multicam that I did myself using Alumihide 2 from Brownells as well. So, and then on top here, I got a Burris 3X Prism optic. Anyways, we're going to be shooting once again, alternating MagTech 200 grain subsonic and the Hornady Black 110 grain supersonic. Pretty nice there. Definitely a noticeable difference with the supers versus the subs. And you know, the BRN 180 here, it's a really fun platform. If you ever got the chance to pick one of these things up, or at least try one out, it behooves you to do this. This is the Gen 2 version. The Gen 3 version is actually on its way. Hoping to pick up one of those whenever they come out, but it's right around the corner here, so stay tuned for that. Also down here, just to mention, I have a carbon fiber tripod from the folks over at Sunway Photo. So definitely check them out if you go over to my website and use my affiliate link. Channel does get a kickback. Much appreciated there. Alrighty, so now for some of this AAC Saber black tip 220 grain. These are with Hornady black tip projectiles, subsonic, of course, running around 1,000 feet per second through the BRN 180. Always enjoy shooting a piston system here. It's got a little bit of a different recoil impulse when compared to a direct impingement. Super smooth. As far as the trigger in here, it's the Rise Armament RA140, super budget drop-in trigger, and you know, never had any problems with that guy. So just so you guys can see a little bit of a comparison, out here on my 10.5 inch 300 Blackout DI firearm here, I have one of my rugged cans. This is the Rugged Radiant 762. This is a modular style titanium can. This is actually has been my main hunting suppressor. So I thought it was a pretty good idea to do a comparison between this particular suppressor as well as the Anechoic AnechoX 30L, just so you guys can get an idea. This is a closed-end suppressor, not a flow-through, so just keep that in mind when it comes to sound comparisons. But what I have loaded up in the firearm today is, of course, that Hornady 110 grain supersonic, and then I have some more of the MagTech 200 grain subsonic alternating in the mag, so you guys can get an idea of the differences between supersonic as well as subsonic. All right, so that's a look at the rugged Radiant 762 using the 110 grain Hornady as well as the 200 grain MagTech subsonic. So let's go ahead and put some of that AAC Saber 220 grain subsonic through here and see how it sounds. All right, I got loaded up here some of the AAC Saber 220 grain subsonic loads. Let's see how these sound. Alrighty, folks, so that kind of wraps up today's video on this Anechoic AnechoX 30L suppressor. They do offer this in different colors. This is actually the full-length version. They offer one that's a little bit shorter. They offer them in different calibers as well. Pretty much this very similar design using their flow-through technology. And, you know, I'm really liking this suppressor. It's kind of becoming my go-to can, especially for hunting rigs. It's super lightweight, being an all-titanium design. It is hub mount compatible, which makes it compatible with all your other types of muzzle devices. And that was a big thing for me because I have a lot of rugged muzzle devices as well. And yeah, so super nice can. If you head over to my website, I do have a code for you guys if you're looking to pick up something from the folks over at Anechoic. You know, much appreciated anytime you guys use my affiliate links, of course. And one of the biggest supporters of the channel is, of course, is Brownells. As you see here, BRN 180, pretty much a rock star as far as a firearm there. So any questions or comments, please put those down below. What do you guys think about this Anechoic AnechoX 30L suppressor? I think it's a really cool can. You know, again, really thankful to the folks over there for sending this out to the channel for review. So definitely send them some love. And, you know, again, I appreciate y'all watching and subscribing, and I will catch you on the next video. Y'all take it easy.